What's good? What's good? It's the one, the only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Devin, Haney, and Teofimo in the news going back and forth. And I love it. I love it. These guys have been going at it for years now, bro. But hopefully we can get a fight coming soon. Devin Haney got rejected for an extension with the WBO, so I'm gonna talk about all of that in this video, man. So just listen, and I got it from here. All right. So as you guys can see, Teofimo tweeted. It says, "Yo," and he tagged him at Real Devin Haney. "Since you were quick to jump in the mix for my WBO championship belt, let's make the fight happen so the world can see who is about that action. And no, you will not be on the A side. I hold the king title of the division as well, so don't run away." And he calls him a biatch. Devin Haney retweeted this and said, "Let's do it." All right. So it's heated words coming about. I'm gonna speak on that as well. And but Teofimo also had to say this, right? So he says, "Came out of retirement, I guess, because the next move was for Devin Haney to fight Sorry A. Arnold Barboza for my WBO championship title at 140 pounds. F that. I'm tired of helping this kid be something that he's not. And that's a real champion." So he says Devin Haney is not a real champion. And so things definitely are heating up, man. And, this is a good thing. So I'm guessing it's safe to say that Teofimo is not retiring or whatever. I don't think anybody really took him serious as far as that go. From what I heard, he is in court with his ex-wife battling over his son. And I heard he retired due to, I guess, some type of, to where she doesn't get as much money or whatever. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. This is about Devin Haney and Teofimo. Now, Devin Haney recently requested an extension from the WBO at 140 pounds, a 24-hour extension to see what he wanted to do next or whatnot, and the WBO denied his request or whatnot. So let me look into that real quick, and then we'll talk about it all. Okay. Shout out to Boxing News 24. It says Devin Haney laughs at WBO rejecting his 24-hour extension on 140-pound title decision. So it says Devin Haney laughed off the WBO rejecting his request for a 24-hour extension to decide if he wanted to fight for the WBO title at 140 pounds. So if you guys don't know, Devin Haney requested a 24-hour extension to see what he was gonna do, whether he wanted to fight for that title or not, and they rejected it. Devin Haney wants an extension from the WBO to find out if Teofimo will keep his 140-pound title. That's a big money fight that Haney obviously will want more than any other at 140, apart from perhaps a match against Ryan Garcia. As you can see, Haney is very calculated and wants to line up the best cash-out fight possible. Devin Haney obviously knows he won't hold on to his unbeaten record for much longer. That's why he's trying to get the biggest possible payday before he's beaten and his marketability plummets off the cliff. Wow, that's crazy. Now I don't agree with the writer on that. I'll speak about the possibilities of Devin Haney, remaining undefeated at 140 pounds. But as far as I don't know about that. But anyways, if Teofimo is giving up his WBO belt, Haney won't be eager to fight number one Arnold Barboza because that's a risky fight matchup for Devin, and the money that he would get wouldn't be anything near what he'd get fighting Teo. So, again, I'm gonna get on that because Arnold Barboza is good. He is a very good fighter, but I think Devin Haney would beat Arnold Barboza. But anyways, Devin Haney says on his Twitter, reacting to the WBO denying his request for a 24-hour extension on their 140-pound title ruling today. Wherefore, having considered the arguments provided by Team Haney, the committee is denying the request and consequently enforcing the conditions set forth by the committee in its resolution. Says Luis Batista, chairman of the championship commit for the WBO. Haney would have such trouble trying to beat Teofimo, but it's a bigger payday and he'll at least make a ton of money on losing that fight. That's okay. I'm not even finna continue reading this, bro, because this is I mean I feel like they're pushing a narrative or whatnot. And granted, I don't know who would win that fight, but I don't like how they're trying to make it out to be like as if Devin Haney is are gonna avoid fights because he wants to hold on to his. Let's go ahead and talk about it. All right, man. I had to kind of stop there because I don't like the narrative that they're pushing. One thing I know about Devin Haney, whether you thought he won or lost the Lomachenko fight, man, Devin Haney wants to smoke with everybody. I mean, you can say what you want, but Devin Haney wants to smoke with everybody, and I think that Devin Haney, he was pushing for the Teofimo fight back when they was at 135 or whatnot. Teofimo is the reason why that fight didn't happen. But regardless, man, listen, let's talk about this. So first and foremost, what Teo had to say earlier as far as him, being an A side, I think, as much as people wouldn't want to agree, I think that Teofimo is absolutely right. I think Teofimo would be the A side, so I hope that wouldn't be in the way of the fight. And the reason why I feel like Teo would be the A side is because, yes, we have to admit, though they both do have a victory over Vasily Lomachenko at 140, Teofimo just beat the man. And the man at 140 was Josh Taylor. Now, as far as what Teo's saying about him being two-time undisputed, that's a bunch of bull because he only fought for the WBO title at 140. You haven't touched the IBF, the WBA, or the WBC. And at 135, you weren't undisputed because Devin Haney had the WBC belt. You only fought the titles that were sanctioned for that fight against Lomachenko was the IBF, the WBA, and the WBO. No franchise champion title that's not even a title. It's a status or whatnot, right? As evidence, you don't even hear about it anymore since he lost to not Lomachenko, but to George Kambosos or whatever. But anyways, that's neither here or there. Bottom line, I think that this makes for a great fight. I think these two need to go ahead and settle their dispute. Now, do I think Devin would beat Teofimo? I think that's a possibility. I think, to be honest, I think that's a 50-50 fight. And some people might not agree, but Teofimo, that the version of Teofimo that we saw against Josh Taylor, dog, that's a bad man, bro. And Teofimo has always been a heavy-handed fighter. I've always felt like Teo would be able to give Devin Haney issues, but Devin Haney is a crafty guy himself. Very, very slick. His boxing IQ. I think Devin Haney's boxing IQ is better than Teofimo's, but I do think that Teofimo has better attributes than Devin Haney as well. I think that I don't know about their speed. Their speed is not too far apart. Neither one is just like that pulls away like as far as speed goes. But I know obviously the power will go to Teofimo. But regardless, the IQ will go to Devin Haney in my opinion. But regardless, I think that this makes for a very interesting fight that either fighter can win, and I would definitely love to see this fight. Both had a very close fight with Teofimo. With Lomachenko. I think this is a fight that should happen. I would actually. I mean, look, I've always stated this, in recent history, but the 140-pound division is crammed. It's not even stacked. It's crammed. All right, it's crammed. It's overflooded with great fighters, and so we deserve to see these great fights happen. And I would think that. Now I'm not 100% sure that this happens. I mean, because there's still talks with Devin Haney possibly getting a matchup with Regis Prograis for the WBC title. But Eddie Hearn has not made any other clarification. Last we heard, Regis Prograis was saying how Devin Haney, I guess he felt like they lowballed him or whatnot. So And with Devin Haney having the WBO title at 135, if he moves up to 140, he's automatically owed a shot for the WBO. So he can go the WBO route. He can go any route he wants to, really, for a title shot. He'll be right there. So I'm interested to see what Devin Haney's gonna do. I would love to see him versus Regis, him versus him versus Arnold Barboza. But I think he would rather fight for a title first, and then maybe fight an Arnold Barboza or whatever. But regardless, man, I think that this is an interesting matchup. Hopefully we can get some news in the near future. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?